Hey, welcome back to another episode of the Life Unscripted podcast. This is Rosabel, your host, and I have my co-host Reid. So, hi Reid, how are you today?
Excellent. How's you doing?
I'm doing great. So, guess what? Today is not New Year's Eve, but today is the day before New Year's Eve. It's a Monday. Wow, Monday. Do you have to go to work today?
I did. How about you?
I did too. All right. So today we're going to be talking about. So here's the deal. I'm going to promise you something. This this year will be the last time we'll talk about New Year's Eve, right? Because the following year, the next year, we're gonna go back to my book, to every chapter and whatnot. So we're just kind of making a.
Well, you mean at least on the podcast, not necessarily in real life.
No, I know.
I'm sure we're gonna talk about New Year's Eve every year.
Well, yeah, I'm talking about, but particularly this year. So so we're gonna be talking about New Year's Eve traditions.
Okay.
So you're gonna tell me about, growing up, New Year's traditions for you, and I'm gonna tell you about mine because you never spend the New Year's Eve in Colombia. You got no idea what it's like. So I'm gonna tell you a few things, okay, about that. All right. So what do you think? What does come to mind when I say New Year's Eve traditions in Colombia? What do you think?
A lot of people together, very loud, a lot of food, a lot of dancing and singing, for days.
I'm not gonna 4 days. No. I mean, why days? I mean, yeah, kind of, but particular New Year's Eve. So there's a lot of stuff that they do, like symbolisms and rituals. The other is just to kind of ensure apparently good luck and love, prosperity, and believe it or not, there is one particular thing that they do, that we Colombians do, to make sure that we travel all year round. Can you guess what that is?
I have no idea.
No. Question. Have you ever eaten 12 grapes?
In my life, yes. In one sitting, yes, but not necessarily for New Year's.
No, I'm talking about New Year's Eve.
No.
So in Colombia, at the stroke of midnight, people have like grapes, right? And they supposed to eat 12 grapes as 12 o'clock chimes in. And then, no, what's interesting though is they're supposed to make a wish for each grape. I remember being a kid and looking at my aunt like, I hope she doesn't choke on that, because she was like, whatever. But actually that's a tradition that originates from Spain, and apparently brings good fortune. And so each grape represents each month of the year. Now, the one for traveling, you probably didn't know about this one, is carrying an empty suitcase. So apparently for those that wish to travel in the new year, they just basically take an empty suitcase and they literally carry it around the block. Now that's crazy, right?
Well, the question would it be a carry-on, or would it be one of those
I don't know.
large ones?
I'm going to tell you one thing happened to me once. Now, that particular one, that was one that my mom always did, whether it was for fun or whatever, one particular year. I guess somebody have just, family have come in, and I grabbed one of those suitcases and it was full. I mean, it was full and I couldn't pull that thing up. Oh my God. We were like going around yeah. And then another year, actually it happened here when I was in the States, although I was celebrating, at one point I was celebrating with like a Colombian family, and another one I was not. So when I took the little suitcase, they all looked at me like, okay, what's going on here? So I kind of did it just like, I didn't do the whole full thing around and then the joke used to be that year, actually, I did travel quite some. And I said, oh man, have I done the whole trip? I would have probably gone to China. Have you ever done something like that?
I have never walked around a block with a suitcase. See?
I mean, go ahead.
I mean, my New Year's have varied. So
Yeah.
some of the New Year's growing up, it was definitely really family oriented. The family was together, whether it be a few of the aunts and uncles and the cousins. We're all having fun for felt probably 7, 8, 9 hours.
That's awesome.
Out of to say the most memorable that I can really think of when it comes to New Year's was actually in 2012. Specifically, only because I don't remember the one in 2006 when I was in Iraq, but I was in Kuwait in 2012, and that was when they decided to do the promotion ceremony for the specialists going to sergeant. So at midnight, commander and first sergeant held a promotion ceremony on the tennis or basketball court there at Buring. So that was definitely a memorable one when it comes to New Year's, only because it never happened before and never happened since. So
nice. Now, how about wearing that yellow underwear? Have you ever done that one?
Nope, don't have yellow underwear.
But well, what about that SpongeBob?
I'm drawing a blank on which ones you're referring to.
No, I'm just thinking about. But hey, that's not a bad idea. If you buy a SpongeBob SquarePants underwear, that should, hey, why not? But you have heard of that one, right? I mean, people do it here in the States.
SpongeBob SquarePants.
No, I'm talking about people wearing yellow underwears on New Year's Eve.
Nope.
You never heard of that?
I've never heard of that one.
Okay. So, yellow underwear for good luck, right? And so basically, this yellow underwear is supposed to attract wealth and happiness and good luck in the new year. So, they said that to maximize effects, they should be worn inside out before flipping it the right way at midnight. Now, that is weird.
Yeah. I mean, the first thing I think about at midnight isn't necessarily flipping my underwear. So
yeah, it's all these kind of things that are supposed to happen right at that time. So to me, it's like, okay, you gotta choose one.
Well, you gotta think about it. Yellow underwear. What shade of yellow? Because if it's the wrong shade, people are gonna think you had an accident.
No, I mean, come on, yellow is yellow. We're not talking like mustard or brown yellow kind of. Okay. Well, let's talk about something a little more.
Okay.
Have you ever heard about burning the el año viejo? Año viejo, the old. So basically, they make like it's kind of like a scarecrow, type of they do like a doll, right? And they name it año viejo, all year, and they fill it up literally with pulp or with like, what do you call that? The little fireworks or whatever, and they literally again stuff with fireworks. It represents the whole year, and then basically just at that moment they just burn it, and then sometimes they put politic figures and stuff like that.
I've heard of something like that before.
Yep.
Yeah. There's a lot of things I've heard about, such as doing the same thing, putting them in like little what are they called? Yeah, I can't think of it right this second. And they float them up in the sky. So that's one of them, and then
don't forget the microphone.
Okay, yeah. Well, the when they put those same things into a some type of device that floats up in the sky,
okay,
with candles and everything.
Is that it's? Oh, okay. I know what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm. They do it for different things.
Yeah, I see. What about having money in your pocket?
I've heard of that one. I mean, the biggest one is red. But that more aligns with the Chinese New Year.
Yes, that's what I'm thinking. So the other one is lentils for abundance, right? But to be honest with you, growing up, I don't remember doing lentils. I remember doing rice.
Okay.
So basically, people just throw rice. Kind of like when they throw rice at the wedding. And so one year, I was probably about 8 or 9 years old, and my grandmother used to buy the rice, like little packs for like a whole 30 month, a whole month. Oh my gosh. My cousin and I were funny. We just started throwing rice. Oh boy.
And you were throwing rice, and you live near the coast in Colombia.
Mm-hmm.
So how many birds were around?
What?
How many birds were around?
I don't know, but it was nighttime. The birds were sleeping.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it was nighttime. All I know is there were some stairs and there was so much rice and people were just like,
Oh, I'm sure one of your listeners is going to understand why I asked you about the birds and rice.
sure, sure they will. Yeah. But you know why they do the rice, right? And the lentils. Again, symbolizes abundance, plentiful and whatnot. What about cleaning the house? Do you know about that one?
Something about if you go into the new year with a clean house. Um,
It's supposed to sweep bad energies and kind of like bring positive vibes and blessings and all that.
yeah, I know that one.
Yeah.
You have mentioned that one to me a handful of times on New Year's Eve.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So you're learning, right?
I try to learn.
What about? Okay, so there's another one. I don't think I ever done that one. It was lighting candles and for wishes. That I don't know much about that one. Maybe some prayers or whatever. Of course, there's gonna be music, dancing, fireworks, kissing at midnight, hugging, and apparently, if you're a female, you want to hug, kiss a man. If you're a man, you want to some sort of I don't know.
That would be the more ideal situation,
Right,
not
right.
necessarily only situation these days.
But apparently,
so
well, I know, but yeah, growing up, right? Maybe things have changed.
Yeah.
Dining with family. Well, that's
it's a given. Family's family.
Right. So, food.
Good.
Do you remember a particular food on New Year's Eve? Your family?
Well, there were one of my aunts would always make a 5-bean dip. It was really nice. I actually still know how to make it, but oh yeah, with tortilla chips is always great. Growing up was one of
I bet you never ate tamales. Colombian tamales, though. Those are a little different.
Well, you mean at midnight on New Year's Eve?
Yeah, midnight. No, what's funny, though, is...
Eating them because you made them before.
Right. But what's funny is, my God, they made so many, like grandma and all that, and they have so many that the next day, that's what you'll have for breakfast, for dinner. And my cousin one day, like, Mom, again? Tamales? Again? How many days are we going to be eating this?
Well, I know. I had to find those banana leaves somewhere.
Buñuelos. Do you know buñuelos?
Yes.
You remember you picked those up for... Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So if you were to describe to someone that doesn't know what buñuelos are, how would you describe them?
I like a cheese bread.
Cheese bread? Like little balls?
Yeah. Like
cheese balls, bread.
Cheese bread ball.
And almost like the... What do you call those? Hush puppies, kind of?
No. Hush puppies have...
Because of corn, right?
Well, it's corn, but yeah, it's designed for seafood.
What about toast? Toast. Do you champagne?
Oh, of course.
Well, guess what? We're doing Colombia. Aguardiente. That's a type of rum.
Well, I was just about to say, it really depends on the year, because one of my big go-to drinks used to be Captain Morgan and Coke, and toasting with Captain Morgan and Coke is an amazing way to bring in the new year.
That's awesome. And then, of course, people reading New Year's resolutions and stuff like that. Yeah, but people do all kinds of crazy stuff during New Year's Eve. Hey, recently I came across something. Let me see. I actually have it here on my phone. See if I took a picture of it, because I never knew. But so you asked me, you said you don't know anything about people in the South eating those black eyed peas.
No, I never heard that before.
All right, so I found this. This was on social media. Somebody wrote this. It says, most folks outside the South don't understand why we eat black eyed peas for good luck on New Year's Day. Actually, apparently it's not on New Year's Eve. It's actually New Year's Day. And I learned about this when I actually visited somebody else, a friend in Alabama I never knew, and then she offered me this meal. I'm like, what is this about? But anyways, apparently this goes back to Sherman's sacking and the burning of Atlanta. Have you ever heard about that?
Oh, Sherman's March to the Sea?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm very familiar with Sherman's March.
So apparently, what she says, he destroyed all the food stores and left population of Atlanta facing a winter of starvation. So General Sherman had soft spot for animals, so he did not burn the livestock fed. And so I guess what happened was that the black eyed peas were used to, for the hog fed, but then there was also left for the folks, to eat and all that winter to survive. So I guess they ate them all, every New Year's to remember, the awful times. That's what she says there. But the reason the meals ensures good luck is because if you're starting your new year eating hug food, how do you say it? Hug?
Hog food.
Yeah, there you go. Every day for the rest of the year, then it has to be better.
Yeah.
Wow. So what is your most memorable time of New Year's Eve, any of that?
Oh, okay. There's one that jumps out. I think I was 9, somewhere around there. So we all went over to my one cousin's house, um, and it was an opportunity for my brother and I, 2 9-year-olds, to play bartender.
Hmm.
Oh yeah,
Interesting.
it was great. We racked up like almost $100 in tips each from everyone at the party.
Wow.
Um, it was definitely a fun time. We saw, I think, because my cousin um was very active with the public works and knew a lot of the police officers and firefighters. So I think we seen almost every police officer that was on duty stop by and get food. Um, the firefighter stopped by, and of course, the chief of police was at the party.
Oh, it's
So
so cool.
it was definitely a fun night that I'll never forget.
Wow. I remember a couple. There was something, and there was one in particular one that I can't, well, for sure, loud music. Now, okay, I'm going to talk about something that just came to mind. Do you remember that New Year's Eve in Round Rock? Something happened? That cup?
Oh, you talking about when I tripped right over the treadmill and broke the champagne glass?
So, remind me of that. Was I pregnant? Or a
No,
baby?
that was 2000. We got the house in 2016. Luke was already born.
Right.
Luke was sleeping, and it was the first New Year's Eve and the house in Round Rock.
Okay.
So get the champagne and everything, and I'm not gonna say it, but I either forgot that it was there, the treadmill that was just installed, I think a couple days earlier, or it was moved. I don't know which one it was because I don't remember, but I just know my foot hooked underneath the treadmill,
Yeah.
and I fell, and yeah, then I had to go clamp all the glass.
Yeah, but there was something about that. I can't remember what it was. Was it my reaction or something? I can't remember.
Yeah, you were laughing at me.
Oh, okay. See that? So sorry. Public apology here again.
It's okay. It's okay.
Man, wives can be evil, right?
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
I get you back enough.
Man. So okay. Let me tell you something about New Year's Eve in Colombia. Right now that we're kind of a little bit over the tradition. So okay. Actually, let's go back to this. So there is actually a festivity on December 7th to the 8th, but that is actually a national festivity. It's a very Catholic country. And they actually celebrate, I don't know, like a virgin or some sort of thing where they actually start, they light up uh, candles or something. So that's December 7th. So they literally stay up all night. Then after that comes the nativity that starts around December 16 every day until Christmas. So it's whole, I mean, December is just full of partying and stuff. So I don't know now, but growing up, everybody, this is the craziest, this interesting. They had a thing where they had to have brand new clothes. I mean, seriously, people were literally like, oh my God, I had to have a brand new one for December the 7th, one for the 24th, the 25th. So they were like, I mean, that was a thing, right? So I come here to the States, and not to mention, though, the people out there will actually dress, and they will sometimes even dress like they were to cocktail party, whatever, like a big, big party. So when I came to the States and I decided one year to host one of those parties in my house, I literally like just went overboard thinking and then when people showed up, I was like, that was it. Can you imagine how everybody showed up?
Oh, I can definitely imagine they're probably in jeans and
it was in Florida though. People,
shorts and a t-shirt.
Shorts, t-shirts, flip flops, and I was like, what? But that doesn't happen in Colombia though, because again, it's a different culture. So you better, I mean, it's a thing out there. But now I'm just like super relaxed, okay, no big deal, I don't worry anymore, so, or like, if I'm in pajamas, which is okay. I mean, it's nothing, not wrong either or, but it's definitely different. But I do remember that one time I went so overboard on that.
Well, you gotta think shorts, t-shirt, flip-flops is more relaxed and comfortable.
Right.
People are gonna have more fun. And it's the reason why at a wedding, when everyone's all gussied up in their tuxedo and their bow ties on, very little, I'd say, craziness is happening. But the moment that everything starts to settle down, dance floor opens, people start taking off their jackets, they're unbuttoning their shirts. Oh yeah, the drinks flow and everyone starts having a good time. So it's more about being relaxed and having fun as opposed to not being able to move around as much.
Well, I get what you're saying. As an American, I get that. But like Colombians, we don't have a problem with dressing up and being relaxed. We can be all dressed up up here and it could still be moving and doing all kinds of things and whatnot. Like super like, so again, definitely I'm going to take you to, who knows, maybe next year I'll take you to it, to Christmas season in Colombia. You'll definitely see the difference. It is very, very interesting. Quite loud though, in a way, maybe more than where you used to. Because I always say people there's just like sometimes people out there listen music. They don't listen music to themselves. It's like everybody else has to.
You can't do that.
Well, we'll see.
No, the idea of what you told me before about the radios being turned up high and everyone's trying to compete with everyone else's music.
That gets crazy. Can you imagine trying to sleep in the but again,
nope.
People, I know it's hard. But when you're used to it, people sleep through that stuff. It's just party. Listen, and all the drinking,
Well, if they're drinking and partying, are they really sleeping?
Right.
Or are they just...
No, I'm talking about the people who goes to bed, and not being part of it. I mean, the party could be right across the street, but you can literally hear the music like it's right here in your living room. That's pretty, but...
Yeah. I'm happy I don't have to deal with that on a daily basis.
Well, okay, on a daily basis, but definitely once in a lifetime, you definitely have to experience it. Yeah, I'll take you there. It'll be fun. The kids would love it.
I mean, I can't say I haven't experienced loud music and stuff.
No, yeah. But no, I don't think you have been this way.
Well, I mean, I did experience the Korean Ville at 19.
What was that?
Oh, at bars and clubs and music turned up really loud and everyone going around drinking. So did experience that. So I could just imagine it being a little bit louder since everyone's competing. But it was definitely fun.
Yeah, I mean.
But I was 19.
I'll tell you, but the things that if you even here, the things that you could probably remember that we did growing up that you were not there to do that today, like, I don't know, when you were growing up, did you guys have like, when you were a baby or kids, were you in car seats? You remember?
When I was in a car seat, I don't.
No, I'm not saying if you remember you're in a car seat, but and your when you were a child, were those common?
The way they are today, safety stuff was not the same.
Right.
I remember my dad telling me stories about their on family trips.
Yeah.
And one of them's like laying in the back window of one of the cars. Yeah. I remember just sleeping in with a seatbelt off.
Let's just put it this way: I would ride with my dad, and there's somebody's Jeep, somebody's driving in the front seat on my dad's lap. No seatbelt.
I mean, I'm
lucky to be alive.
Well, I remember changing one of my niece's diapers when we're going like 70 miles an hour in the highway.
Oh, wow.
On my lap. So it was just
one of the craziest things.
Yeah.
Well, one of the craziest things growing up, and again, my uncle will be driving, and then his wife next door, my uncle, R.I.P. he was driving, and the wife was next to him, and she was serving the rum and drinking. He was driving. Now I know that's crazy here, and I'll tell you, it's gotten to now where it's okay. Now they're learning about DUIs, but before the internet, man, there was no, nope, 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 nope. I did not know what a seatbelt was.
Yeah.
So it's plenty of stuff. But I mean, we made it. It's okay.
We all made.
But, yeah, we're not so bad. I mean, we didn't get in a nut house or anything like that.
Nope. By the grace of God, we didn't end up in a nut house.
Yeah, because I definitely did a lot of playing outside for sure.
Oh yeah.
Like with dirt, and I did a lot of. I was a tomboy for sure. I was climbing on trees and whatnot.
Well, that's the thing is, I think every boy has dug a obscenely large hole in their backyard just to get yelled at by their mom to fill it back in.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Has Luke done that?
Well, no.
I think he did once with like. Oh well, that was not him. That was the dog, right?
I mean, obscenely large.
Oh, okay, never mind. No,
I mean,
he who knows? He may never get a chance to do that.
I don't want him necessarily digging with our sprinkler system in the ground. That might be a little
Too much.
Yeah, man, that might be a little bit repairable things.
So, back to this New Year thing. Tomorrow. Interesting, yeah. You got the grapes?
I got you cherry tomatoes that you asked for.
No. I mean, I know I didn't ask for the grapes. It's okay. I mean, don't do grapes. You got some champagne?
We got a bottle of champagne.
What did we do last year? It's gotten to the point that I'm like, okay, going to bed. Right? Kind of thing.
I think you did go to bed.
Yeah, I was like, okay.
I have a video of Luke and Lizzie and myself, and I think you were up still, and they're partying and dancing and singing at like 11 o'clock.
It's probably gonna happen this year.
And then by midnight, they were already asleep.
But I'm telling you, if you have to work all day,
Hmm?
you come home, just want to kind of sit there, watch TV, whatever, see that thing. Hopefully, it's not gonna be so cold. I don't think. I mean, this year it's not gonna be that cold. I'm not talking here. I'm talking like in New York. Right?
Oh, I was gonna say. I mean, it was what 87 degrees today.
87 degrees today. Yes. No, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. Well, it's been nice. It's been a nice conversation. Maybe so. What'd you say? See you next year. Same channel.
No. Before we go, what is one resolution that you would like to make going into next year?
You know, I gotta be honest with you. I have not thought. Although I will tell you this though, I requested my vacation for next year.
I know 2 of them.
So
Yes.
December, at least December. I was like, okay, because you know what? Yeah, I did. I didn't tell you about that.
No, you didn't.
Yep. Well, voila.
So we're taking a cruise like to
I don't know.
Caribbean next year?
No. How about we'll take you to Colombia? Actually, we are going, right? We're going in March.
We are going. Yes.
So we're probably not gonna go for Christmas.
Who
knows?
We'll talk.
Maybe.
So
yeah, it's gonna be fun. Oh yeah, resolution. Gosh, I have not. Do you have one? You gonna go to what's the name of that gym?
Oh no,
Planet Fitness.
No. It's not. It's not necessarily that stuff.
No, I'm just messing with you.
More of my resolution is to find something to do that I'm truly passionate about. So
this is it.
Well, this lines up with what I currently do.
But this is a lot of fun though.
Well, I mean,
this is a new setup, new system, kind of loving it, learning about it. It's cool.
Well, yeah. But I don't know. It's fun, Rosabel. It is.
It really is. Well, next year maybe I'll have maybe.
Let's get a second German Shepherd.
Why? This one doesn't follow you around enough?
No, I need one to follow you around now.
Oh, no. I think we're fine. One German Shepherd is enough. Don't you think?
Well,
we'll see.
Probably. I mean, maybe just a Doberman. Maybe another large breed, a Mastiff.
What are we going to do? Another dog, man. Alrighty. This is all right. That is a conversation that we'll have next year. How about
Sounds good.
sounds good. And as far as my resolution, I honestly don't. I mean, I think so. What has happened is, real quick, I'm gonna tell you. I feel pretty content. Feel pretty content this year. So if I could, then in a way, replicate some of this year next year, and maybe even better, that'd be great.
Maybe get your book published next year.
Well, that's what I'm working on, and so hopefully it'll be done. We're planning to have it done by March.
Mhm.
So next time when we'll come here, we're gonna be talking. We're gonna retake that, and we're gonna start talking about those chapters. It'll be fun. I have some really, really cool stuff. In fact, today I was talking about, guess what? I'm not only gonna publish it, in paperback. I'm gonna do an audiobook. I'm working on that. It's gonna be great.
Who's going to be the speaker?
I wish it would be me, but I don't know. Somebody I don't know. Somebody that you pay for. I don't know. I don't know. I think I gotta get somebody to do it because it'll be fun if I do it.
Why? I mean, a lot of people do their.
I know, but what if it says cheaper and actually it's cheaper?
Well, I mean, it happens. But this is the thing. You being able to do your audiobook,
Yes.
It gives you the opportunity, actually, after you read the chapter, to potentially have a conversation about the chapter after every chapter and talk about it a little bit.
That's what I'm doing with this podcast, so we can do this here.
Well, yeah, but maybe not everyone has turned into your podcast. It gives them another thing to
Well, that I'm glad. You just did it for me. You made my my next year resolution, and that is to have people listen to this podcast and make it, I don't know, maybe reach out a lot more people. Who knows? Yep. We'll see, right?
Definitely.
That's a good New Year's resolution. All right, Reid. Well, thank you. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome, Rosabel.
See you around?
Sure.
Sure.
I mean, I'm not sure how I wouldn't see you around.
Alrighty. Well, I hope you guys enjoy this session on New Year's Eve stuff, traditions, and how about we'll talk to you next year? Sounds like a plan?
Sounds like a plan. God bless America.
Alrighty. And guess what? Happy New Year!
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year 2025.
Now say it in Spanish.
Feliz Año Nuevo.
Feliz Año Nuevo.
Ooh, hey. Okay, bye.
Adios.
Adios, amigos.